It's Sunday night. You're lying there, and something shifts. Not dramatically, quietly. A small, familiar voice says, Monday. That's when things change. You've heard it before, maybe 100 times, and part of you knows it probably won't. But another part, the louder part, actually believes it. Why does your mind keep doing this? Problem deep dive. You've made the lists. You've set the alarms. You've felt the electricity of a fresh start. And then Thursday arrives, and the version of you who made those promises feels like a stranger. This isn't laziness. This isn't weakness. This is something far more specific. Psychologists call it temporal self-appraisal, the way your brain perceives your future self as literally a different person. The further away that version of you is, the more idealized they become. Smarter, calmer, more disciplined. Monday you works out at 6 a.m. Monday you doesn't scroll. Monday you has it together. But here's the problem. You never become Monday you. You only ever wake up as today you. And there's more. Every Sunday, your brain gets a small hit of dopamine. Not from changing, but from imagining changing. The planning, the possibility, the clean slate. Your brain cannot fully distinguish between doing a thing and vividly imagining doing it. So it rewards you either way. You feel the relief of a new beginning before the beginning ever starts. And then Monday comes, and the reward is gone. Because reality doesn't feel like the fantasy. So you wait for next Monday. Reframe. Before we go further, you need to hear this. This pattern isn't evidence that you're broken. It's evidence that you're human. The craving for a new life every Monday is your mind's way of telling you something real. Something in your current life needs attention. The problem isn't the reset. The problem is mistaking the feeling of starting for the act of changing. Those are two completely different things. And your brain, beautifully and frustratingly, is wired to confuse them. Psychological mechanism. Here's what's happening beneath the surface. Your brain has two operating systems. Psychologists sometimes call them System 1 and System 2. But think of them as the dreamer and the doer. The dreamer runs on emotion, imagery, and narrative. It loves the story of a better you. It built Monday. The doer runs on habit, friction, and consistency. It doesn't care about stories. It cares about what you did yesterday. Every Sunday night, the dreamer takes over. It writes the screenplay. It casts you as the protagonist. It makes the new life feel so close. But Monday morning belongs to the doer. And the doer looks around and sees the same room, the same body, the same unresolved fears. No screenplay, just reality. The gap between those two systems is where the cycle lives. There's also something called the fresh start effect. Documented by behavioral scientists at Wharton, showing that people genuinely are more motivated at temporal landmarks. Mondays, new months, birthdays, new years. These moments feel like chapter breaks in the story of your life. Your mind uses them to psychologically separate from past failures. That was the old chapter. This is new. The science says this is real. The reset feeling is not delusion. It's a cognitive tool. The question is whether you use it or just feel it. Practical framework. So how do you close the gap? 1. Make Sunday night functional, not fantasy. Instead of imagining the person you'll become, write one specific action for Monday morning. Not a vision, a verb. Walk, write, call, begin. The doer responds to motion, not images. 2. Shrink the timeline. The reason Monday you feels so capable is because they're abstract. Abstract goals have no friction. Ask yourself, what can I do in the next 2 hours? Bring the future self close enough to feel real. 3. Stop resetting. Start layering. Each Monday doesn't need to erase what came before. Progress isn't a clean slate. It's sediment, layers building quietly over time. Psychologists call this behavioral consolidation. Small, repeated actions become the person you are, not the person you plan to be. 4. Use the fresh start, but anchor it. The reset feeling is real and useful, but pair it with something physical, a walk, a specific place, a ritual. Your brain stores context with intention. Anchor Monday's motivation to a sensory cue, and the doer has something to grip. 5. Grieve the fantasy gently. The idealized version of you, the Monday version, deserves acknowledgement. But they cannot live your life. Only you can. And you are already more capable than the fantasy needs you to be. Integration. Here's the simple model to carry with you. The Sunday night dreamer is not your enemy. They are your signal. Every time you feel that pull toward a new beginning, ask one question. What is this craving pointing to? Not what version of you do you want to become, but what truth right now is asking to be faced? That question turns reset into reflection. And reflection, done honestly, is where real change lives. Quiet, empowering close. You don't need a new life every Monday. You need a deeper relationship with the one you already have. The version of you that keeps reaching for fresh starts, that person is not failing. They are longing. And longing, when you listen to it closely, is one of the most human things there is. Monday will come again. And this time, instead of becoming someone new, just show up as someone honest. That's enough. That has always been enough.